What is going on, everybody? We are here for a Kaladesh Remastered draft. They are free on Arena, so if you haven't done draft on Arena for Kaladesh Remastered or don't have gems or coins, you should do that. Thank you for Fenberger for recommending that, and let's get started. I'm very excited. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in the set. You know, there's the fast lands, there's you know, some good artifacts. Torrential Gearhulk if you are trying to play historic. Plenty of good stuff. All right, Fumigate is not really one of them, but it is a decent card. It's actually a decent card in this format. Oh shoot, do I need to move my piece here? Might need to move my cam. But I think we are going to take Fumigate here. Otherwise, like, I would be taking like Filigree Familiar. Gear Seeker Serpent is decent. Yeah, let me see about moving. There we go. All right, that's a good place for my cam to be. Yeah, we're just gonna nab. This is not great either. Yeah, we're just gonna nab Fumigate here. All right, this card's not great. Fairgrounds Warden is insane though. That is a great card to have here. Rogue Refiner is a fine pick. Yeah, it's a solid start. Obviously, Fumigate doesn't go great with Fairgrounds Warden, but they're both interaction pieces. Otherwise, Hunt the Weak is fine. Elevating Gremlins. This is a great pack, by the way. Killer Bug, Sky Skiff, Eager Construct. These are all fine cards. Conviction is not great, but okay. So I love the Thriving cards. The Aether Chaser and Thriving Rhino are all great. This card's fine. Card's not great. So it just comes down to, do I want to be red-white or do I want to be green-white? And I think I would rather be green-white. I think Thriving Rhino is such a great card. Like, I would take any number of these in my deck. Yeah, and I think, you know, for this draft, you know, I think for the last one, for the Amonkhet Remastered one, I just took all the rares. This one, I'm going to at least try and make an attempt to take some decent stuff here. So there's really 3 cards in the pack for us. We have Eddie Trailhawk, Hunt the Weak, and Highspire Artisan. Highspire Artisan looks like a bad card, but is actually pretty decent. I remember this very well. But I'm going to take Hunt the Weak here. It's removal. Puts a counter, and yeah. Eddie Tailhawk and High Aspire Artisan would be good wheels here, and I think we're likely to get it. If we ended up in red, Scrapper Champion would be a nice pickup here. But yeah, I'm going to take Hunt the Weak. Ooh, so there are 2 good cards here. There's Cogworker's Puzzle Knot, but Druid of the Cowl is great. Ramp is always welcome. Yeah, and I think right now this is a better 2-drop, because right now we don't have really any artifact or revolt synergies here. We're just kind of being green-white good stuff, which is kind of how you build green-white in this format. You know, you're not really trying to, you know, green-white, you could be green-white energy, you know, but really you're just picking the best green-white cards and making it work. Spells and mana is my favorite archetype. That's a good one too. I like that. Spells and mana. Yeah, I like my starting hands to have lands and spells. I'm special in that way. Okay, so we actually have a lot of decisions here to make. We have Propeller Pioneer, which is decent. Attune with Aether is fine for energy decks. And we have Kujar's Seed Sculptor and Narnum Cobra. I'm not at the point where I'm taking Consulate Turret. I think here I'm going to take the Seed Sculptor, just because it's a 2/3 that can sometimes put a counter on something else. Propeller Pioneer is nice, but I think we can get other cards. I think good 2-drops like this are. Whoops. Okay, I'm glad I took that. I'm glad I clicked on it at least. Ooh, okay, so we were rewarded here with a better 4-drop in my opinion, or a 5-drop if we want it. Yeah, we're getting all the good stuff here, Fenberger. I'm gonna take Pima Outrider. I love going turn 2 Druid of the Cowl into turn 3 Pima Outrider. That's how I win a lot of games in this format. Jeez. Okay, I'll take a Revoke Privileges. Those are both solid. Yeah, they're both there. I was happy with either pick there, but I'm taking Pima Outrider because we already have a Druid of the Cowl. Those two cards go really well together. That's also no-brainer. Yeah, we're pretty locked into the archetype, or at least into the colors. I mean, yeah, passive. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. It's like people I think don't really evaluate these colors well. Here I'm taking this Countless Gears Renegade. This is fine, right? It's a 2-mana 2/2 that sometimes it comes with a servo. And this deck's not going to try and enable Revolt. It's just trying to play a normal game of Magic, and Revolt can happen normally, right? So if we attack in with a creature, and it dies, yeah, we use that. Hello? Hello? Yikes. And we will this Audacious Infiltrator. This draft is set. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Audacious Infiltrator is not the best. I'm actually going to put this in the sideboard. I'm trying not to play it. Yeah, if this is pack 1, right? Imagine, you know, we open up another white or green rare. Pack 1, pick 1. Hey, remember when I said we were gonna wheel either Eddie Tailhawk or Highspire Artisan? I'm gonna take the Eddie Trailhawk, excuse me, because it works with Thriving Rhino and having flying is good. All right, these don't matter. All right, Metalwork Colossus is unfortunately not a card I'm gonna be taking here. And in a Renegade map, it's not really where I want to be. I think the only card I'm really taking out of here is Druid of the Cowl. Which, if that's the card I'm taking here, is my deck good enough where I can rare draft? No, I'm gonna take Druid of the Cowl here. This is kind of a disappointing pack 1, pick 1, right? It's a little unfortunate. Renegade map is fine, but again, this deck doesn't really want to be delving into Revolt too much. Like, it's going to naturally enable it. See, like, now I can just have Pima Outrider or Propeller Pioneers, and once again, I think Pima Outrider might be a little better. I think Pima Outrider is just a better body. Like, right now, the only Revolt card in our deck is Countless Gears Renegade, and like, sure. Like, right now, our deck is not a Revolt deck. If we did have a lot of Revolt cards already, maybe I would consider taking a Renegade map. But yeah, in general, this deck at where it currently stands. Are you kidding me? What? Is this legal? Is this legal? Am I allowed to do this? I mean, yeah, I mean, we have the Lifecraft Cavalry on the way back. Holy moly. And a Thriving Rhino? Don't mind if I do. There is Cogworkers and the Gear Renegade. There's a Narnum Cobra or a Puzzle Knot on the way back, but... Jeez. Look at... like, there is not a bad card in this pile. I think the worst card, honestly, this is the worst card in our deck. And if this is the worst card in our deck, I'm very happy with that, right? Okay, here we take Lifecraft Cavalry. This is not great, and this is really bad, right? Yeah, so this is, again, the case where, like, yes, this card does have Revolt, and it would be great if we can enable it, but a 5-mana 4/4 trample is just fine by itself. So, like, we don't need to build, we don't need to put suboptimal cards like Renegade map in our deck in order for this card to do what we want it to do. Here I'm going to take another Druid of the Cowl. Again, ramp. Like, we're going to have a lot of Pima Outriders and Lifecraft Cavalry. So I will take, again, any number of these. And actually, I'm going to take out this Renegade because I'm going to be trying to play this as our 2-drop and not the Renegade. So there's a Lifecraft Cavalry again. Visionary Augmenter is not bad. Look at our curve here, but I think I'm still leaning towards the Cavalry. Actually, we have one coming back, right? Potentially, we have that or like Cogworker Personnel. I'm gonna take the Augmenter here. I don't know if it came back yet. Yeah, Cavalry is pretty cracked, but again, we've been getting seeing so many go around, and we're like, look, this was passed to us, by the way, Ricky. Excuse me. Take a High Spire Artisan here. Card's not bad. Like this draft is cracked. Look at this. Holy moly. Disappointing pack, but we have a Herald of the Fair. Yeah, Cavalry and are mine as well. My favorite is Druid of the Cowl and Pima Outrider. Like, that's my favorite curve. Like, I just like turn 2 Druid of the Cowl, turn 3 Pima Outrider, and I'm set. And remember when green was like the best color in a limited format, and in adventures it's like hot garbage? Okay, nothing for us here, but an Eager Construct, which is not bad. Sorry, I should put that back in. Yeah, green is so like green is not bad. It's just the worst color. So like, against your life. No, I don't want this. No, I think I've watched a lot of and read a lot of stuff that is saying like, no, it is the worst, one of the worst colors. Blue and green are nowhere near the other 3 colors, according to like limited resources and like all the other sources. I think now with this Narnum Cobra, I want to take out this Eager Construct. I don't think we're... In best of 1, would you play Fragmentize? I don't know. It's a good question. we rare draft here? Is this card good? This card's seen play hall. Let me also check. Oh, I already have it in my deck. I'm never playing more than one of those, right? So just go Servo Exhibition or Druid or Puzzle Knot. Screw it. I'm gonna take Lost Legacy. We're rare draft here. We're so set, right? Sage is pretty bad, right? We'll take another Visionary Augmenter. Or what do you think of Bastion Mastodon here? I think I would rather, but color. I'm thinking about like color considerations. Maybe this is better. Right, like I think our deck wants to be mostly green for now. Vehicle? That's not good at all. That's the bad one. No, I think it's Mastodon there. Ooh. So you have Hawk and Seat Sculptor. I think I'm going with Hawk here, right? 2 mana, 2/1 flying gets us energy for Thriving Rhino and also can just get flying, right? I think that's better than Seat Sculptor at this point. Which one did you think it was? Do you think it was the 4 mana 3/3 that cruise for 1? Is that the card you were thinking of? Anyways, I'm gonna pick this up. Three Druids, 3 Pimas. This card's good too, right? But I think I'm taking Pima. I'm taking out this Fumigate now. I think our deck has way too many creatures, way too many good creatures. The one that draws cards? Which one draws cards? I'll take out Fumigate, I think. Oh, the 4 mana ETB draw a card and then crew 3, and it's a 3/3 or whatever. Whatever that is. Ooh. Oh, Hunt the Week? Another Hunt the Week, anybody? We have a ton of creatures, right? Let's get another Hunt the Week in here. Nobody is in these colors. Yeah, overcharged something. Dragster? Something Dragster? Anyways, we're snapping up this third Hunt the Week. Oh my god, Thopter Rest or Hunt the Week? Thopter Rest, right? How are we getting past, like... This is 6th pick. How did this go past 6 people? It means 6 people? I mean, somebody either picked a white rare or neither of the 5 people to our right are in white. Right? I don't get it. Explain. We could take a Tune with Aether here, right? And play a lower lane count. Better than like Puzzle Knot. This like is like card draws a card, like gets a card out of our deck and gains us 2 energy. And this is, yeah. I'm gonna take a Tune with Aether here. Okay, there's our Life Crafter, our second Life Crafter. Better than our another Narnum Cobra Sea Sculptor. Or is our curve getting too high? Let's see if we can pick up a few 2 or 1 drops here. I don't think there's a lot of 1 drops that we're gonna play, right? There's Servo Exhibition. Oh, there's another Druid of the Cowl. Thank you. Take this. Ooh, Seed Sculptor is actually not bad. All these cards are so good, though. Maybe we don't play this. Is this bad? Is this bad in our deck? Ooh. I think this is better. I think this is actually better than Visionary Augmenter. Alright. I will be right back. Y'all can figure out what we're cutting or what we're adding in, if any of these. But I don't think we are. But let me know. All right. We could cut this High Spire Artisan. Seems like the least good card in our deck. Fairgrounds Warning, Revoke Privileges, Stop Arrest are all great. Thriving Rhino, Rishkar are all great. Right, we're not cutting either of these. Do I want this Aether Inspector in the deck? I could just decide no, right? But I think my 2-drops are good in that I don't want this Seed Sculptor. Like, the way I'm putting counters on my dudes is through Hunt the Weak or attacking with Thriving Rhino or Rishkar. I guess Kujar is pretty good with Rishkar, isn't it? So maybe I'm cutting a Cobra. Maybe I'm cutting an Inspector and the Mastodon. And then I have to make one cut here. Or do I run... I don't run 16 lands, right? Maybe I do I? Oh, sorry, I'm High Spire Artisan. Card I'm cutting here. Like, I don't want to put back this and cut a card. I don't want to put back this and cut a land or like this. Yeah, I think I just want, like, our curve is good here, and we have lands and spells. Yeah, all right, we'll go with this. Okie dokie. I forget if ranks reset. I think they did, but I think I'm still in high gold, if I remember. So we'll see what our competition is like. Hand is fantastic. Look at this. Look at this. I guess we're getting lanes here because it doesn't matter. I hate... How do we change Can I change what my basics are? I would love to do that. Ooh, Toolcraft Exemplar, wow. We can Fairgrounds Ward in that, actually. Then we can Rishkar. So what's the best play here? Play this in a Rishkar, get a counter on both my dudes. Yeah, I like that. Counter, counter. We'll attack. Because this is only going to be a 2-2, and they attack us for 3. It's fine, right? We've essentially attacked them for 3 because of this. Yeah, no way I'm blocking that. Ooh, okay. I think I'm just playing Lifecraft Cavalry here. And now I'm just gonna Fairgrounds. We're in the colony, and they're pretty. Yeah, I'm not blocking. That is unfortunate. Because now that means this thing doesn't do much. I guess let me attack first. Because if they block and sack for the Defiant... Okay. Let's do this and target... Just sacrifice another, so I guess I could do this, but... I think this is a bigger problem for me right now. Oh, that's only as a sorcery. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah, never mind. Our opponent here is not doing much. This is 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's not attacking with this doesn't really do much. I'm just gonna play a Pima Outrider. Post combat. Sure. Sure. Opponent had to use all of those cards just to not take damage. And I'll make this a full 4. Okay. Once again, I'm going to attack with both here. If they choose to block... Right, this is at the beginning of your end step. So if they double block here, the Toolcraft dies, and they're just left with a 3-3. And if they double block the Pima Outrider, then I get in for 2. Sure. And we'll target the Salvager first. Sure. Here's another one. Pacification Array is a little bit of a nuisance. They're going to tap down the Outrider. We're going to attack for 3. Okay, that was a good check for impeccable timing. They're going to get a bunch of servos here because they're going to sack and get hidden stockpile triggers. This is a very fast-paced game. Oh, but they don't have a land for Pacification Array. Ooh, that's not bad. Let's do this, right? They don't have removal. They're just doing Pacification Array. And I guess they could... Yeah, hidden stockpile, but that's fine, right? Oh, I still get a counter. I didn't realize I still got a counter. Why did I... Oh, yeah, because it has 2 targets. Fun fact. All right, so they're gonna sack the puzzle knot. They're gonna get a servo, and then they're gonna get a servo from the hidden stockpile trigger. And then they're probably gonna tap down another one or two. So they'll have 2 creatures, and they tap down 1, but then they have to. Whoa! Oh. Yeah, gold 1, gold 2. All right. Might get gold 1 or is after the dime. I always forget if it's diamond or. Ricky, remind me. Ricky loves to correct me. Winterborn Dredgelord. Oh wait, hold on. Let me move my hand back up here. There we go. Is it better? And this hand is fantastic once again. Tune with Aether for planes. Druid of the Cowl on 2. Ina Outrider on 3. Hand's great. Opponent is Renegade mapping here. They essentially just played a worse version of this. Ah, well, alright. They had hidden stockpile. That, nice combo there, I guess. You gotta land and servo out of your 2-card combo. Target player discards a card. I guess I'll discard the Seed Sculptor, right? The rest of my hand is great. Oh, here's this as a 4/4 probably. Actually, let's make a 1/1 because it'll be easier to enable Revolt for our Lightcraft Cavalry. Because we'll attack with both, and assuming they block a servo, they block the servo. Sure. Yeah, so here we'll attack like this. If they block just the servo, that's totally fine. Sag. We'll do this and make a 4/4 this time. I think they saw through it, which is like, it's like fine. Like now you're not blocking our dude. Depending on, I guess if they could hidden stockpile here. And sack an artifact to deal with some damage, but like, oh, sorry, it's a non-token artifact. Never mind. Like this doesn't even do much. They just like passing it. Yeah, they can do this and scry one. They might as well. I think we are just alphaing once again. Yep. This is a very strange block. They have something at instant speed that will make this... Sure. You got it. Here is my 5/5. I'm sorry, 6/6. Oh, I forgot it's a 6/6. Oh, wow, that's actually much better. Yeah, no, whoever's talking about this in enabling Revolt, it's like, they are correct, but look how easy it was for me to enable Revolt. My opponent did it for me. I'm gonna discard this Revoke Privileges. Actually, which is better? I actually don't know. I actually think this might be better, so I'm actually going to discard the Fairgrounds Warden. I don't even really care about this one here, right? Like just alpha. Yeah, the servos here do not line up well against my big tramplers. So yeah. Sure. I didn't remember whatever this card was. Make obsolete. Oh, I do remember. Okay, I do remember. Gain 5. Sure. How about Hunt the Week? Let's do this and this. Yeah, now they're actually, yeah, now they're straight up dead. This deck's insane. That was easy. I mean, deck just plays itself, right? Bum, ba, bum. Yeah, and Rich Guard is actually a good rare to pick up because that's going to see play in Historic with the +1/+1 counter deck, whatever it is. Hardened Scales. There we go. Hardened Scales. We actually have to. Oh, I was about to say we have to mulligan because I didn't see the forest in our hand. But now that we have the forest in our hand, this hand's great. Man, is anyone seeing this weird? There's the weird flutter effect on this card. I saw that for a sec. It's gone now, but it was there for. I swear it was there for a sec. Okay, mulligan to 6 and play a Merchant's Dockhand. Okay. Alright, so they're clearly blue-red artifacts. Alright, we're gonna play Druid of the Cowl here. Think we're probably just letting our opponent hit us with this Aether Chaser. I guess they could just have Hardest Lightning, so like might as well block. Depends on what they do here. Goggles, sure. And they equip, sure. We'll take that. No blocks. Still have Among Us box. Oh! Thank you. Appreciate that. Forgot that was on. Didn't I have... Oh, I thought I had an Among Us stream separate from my MTG stream. Like, panel. I guess I did not. Thanks for that. I'm gonna do Pima Outrider here and make a 1/1. And then we can Hunt the Week, the Aether Chaser next turn. Like we use the land here to, or the servo here to block the Aether Chaser. Why are they not using the energy? They have something else in their deck? They probably have Harness Lightning, right? Reckless Fire Reaper, sure. Yeah, you want to move it? All right, we're gonna Hunt the Week here, right? No fear. So now the question is, are we okay trading our outright here? No, right? We just wait. That is a 2/5. Okay, actually no attack there means they don't have Harness Lining, because otherwise they would just snap that off, right? So I think I'm playing Seed Sculptor and attacking. Maybe playing Eddie Tailhawk. Could just play another Beam Outrider here as a 4/4. But I do want to, like, do I want to play this Eddie? I think I'm beating them on the ground, right? So I'm just gonna play this. Play it as a 4/4. Like the 4/4 body doesn't do anything right now because of this Reckless Fire Weaver is a 2/5. But next turn I can play Thopter's Arrest, and get rid of this if I really want. They moving. Ouch, that actually kind of hurt. Kind of actually want to get rid of that Fire Reaver now. Probably should have got rid of that in the first place. Yeah, I'm gonna do that now. Okay, and we can tack, and finite. It's like now they're forced to make blocks or take a bunch of damage. Play the Hawk here to make things difficult for our opponent next turn, right? Because flying Elf Artificer, good. I like how this is free, like with the remastered and now call it or with Amonkhet and now this, but they just don't tell anybody. Classic Wizards, right? We have to mulligan this, right? Because we're on the play and we don't have any good stuff. Hello? Do we keep Kima or do we keep Hunt the Week? I think I would rather keep Hunt the Week, right? Yeah, I think I would rather keep Hunt the Week personally. Might be weird, but I would rather do that. I think I'm gonna play this because it's a bigger body and we're playing Rishkar next, so we're gonna have plenty of mana. Hub of Aether. Okay. Oh, it is put in the home? I didn't know. See, like, I hadn't heard about it at all. It took Fenberger to tell me. Like I saw it and was considering doing it anyways, but I would not have known about it. I would not have noticed it. But yeah, if they tell people there that it's fine. There's a free Corey one after this one. I saw an article today about like talking about like how there should be free drafts, just in general. Like we should just have like there should just be free drafts normally. I thought you posted it. I mean I don't know. So we can't attack with our Rishkar if we Hunt the Week, but if we Hunt the Week this, then we can attack. Do we even want to Hunt the Week? Yeah, we do, because we can't attack any if we don't. Oh, now we can attack with both. It's a pretty good turn 4, right? Our opponent's at half health. I'm so sorry, opponent. You didn't deserve this. They're only giving them because the digital release got pushed back. No, I know, but I'm saying I think as a practice, they're talking about like that once a week, kind of just like in Legends of Runeterra, right? You get one free draft, right? You get the expedition or whatever once per week. I think something like that would definitely be a big help for people's enjoyment of the game. Don't you just feel bad for the opponent in that instance? Like, I'm winning the game, and I'm just like, geez, you're on 2 lands. I have like a 5/6 and 3/3, and like it's all because of the rare. And I hunt the weak you twice. Like, I just feel bad. Ugh. Totally agree, but Arena won't do that. I mean, you never know. They could. I don't think like giving people one free draft a week is gonna break the bank for them, right? Like, they're clearly capable of doing it, right? Technology wise, and We're on the draw here. We have 3 2-drops. And we can play a 3-drop if we draw it. What do you think of this? I think I'm keeping this, right? Let's try it. I don't know, we're undefeated right now, right? So like we can take a little risk here. I am playing Druid of the Cal here, hoping to draw land and play 2 Seed Sculptors, right? I think we're gonna play this and then play Kuchar Seed Sculptor and put a counter on our Druid of the Cal. So our opponent has to like bluff the attack here. And they do. Yeah, you can attack me for 3. But like now we can hunt the weak on the way back. Do we, or do we just Pima Outrider here? Kinda want to just Pima Outrider and get a 1/1. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. This is a dwarf, so it gets bigger. Yeah. Oh, is this the card you're talking about? Oh no, this is a different one. Iron Trick Crusher is also decent though. So now that they're tapped out, I can freely do this. The question is, do I want to? I think instead I want to go Eddie Trailhawk, and Seed Sculptor. But what am I Seed Sculptoring? I could Seed Sculptor the Pima Outrider, or I could Seed Sculptor the Hawk. It just depends on what's better. I think I'm gonna do the Pima Outrider. Because it makes trading against this a little easier. Yeah, I think I'm just passing here. Sure. Sure, you can do that, opponent. Oh, and they got a card off of it? Wow. sure. So yeah, they can attack with the dude. Like, that's fine. We block with servo. We got plenty of blockers. Okay, that was good that we waited, because now we can fight that guy of the week. I would like to tap differently so that we can play Eddy Trail Hawk after this. Let's do this and this. And we're gonna go to combat, and this dude's gonna get flying. Bam. And we'll play this? Do we even need to? Or is a 2-4 body better? I think I want to play our cards. This gives 2 energy for the NHL Talk that we currently have on the battlefield. Like, I'm not even sure if we're really attacking with the second Eddy Trail Hawk. I think we're blocking with it here, maybe. Okay, that's fine. Oh, is this? Daredevil Dragster. Is this the card you were talking about? I assume this is not the card you're talking about. Yeah. Oh, it is. Oh, okay. Cool. Is he really? I was like, he's really attacking with the servos when I have some 1-2s. I think I'm just blocking the augmenter here. Let's go on the bottom, right? Okay, cool. I'm glad that. Right, so here I think I am blocking the 7/7. This allows me to win the race. Like, I'm just taking 3 here, and now I have like a bunch of flyers in the air. 2 flyers, big flyers in the air. So I'm definitely attacking with these. Am I attacking with anything else? This is crew 2, so yeah, they have a 4/4. Yeah, I can't do that. You have to leave this back. Sucks that I have to play this as a 4/4, but I think I have to. So I just have to survive 2 turns. Alright, I have to survive this next turn and then the turn after, right? Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Wait, what are the... Oh, he bounced the land? Okay. That's fine. Yes, that's why I'm glad I played the second Eddy Trail Hawk there when I did, because this gave me the extra 2 energy that I'll need. Alright, hopefully whatever I draw this next turn is not a land, it's something relevant. That would make my life much easier. Otherwise it's going to be pretty close, right? No attacks. Okay. That's a little unfortunate. But it does put them down to 3. But now if they like ever attack me, they're just like, Dunzo. How do I get through? That's a problem. I'm out of flyers. Those are the only 2 flyers in my deck, right? Hmm. That's a problem. I'm gonna make this cavalry unable to block. Oh, really? I could just put these two in front of here and not block this. Take 5, go to 9. Does that leave me dead next turn? Also, wait, hold up. I have 2 tramplers. Wait, they have... Oh, they have 6 power, right? They have way too much power. There's no way I can push through. I don't know why we didn't keep the bird. Yeah, I guess I was just worried about our life total. I'm just gonna block like this. Yeah, I was just worried about our life total, that's why. Oh man, we're dead now, yeah. Yeah, it looks like we're dead. Oh man, that sucks. Yeah, as long as that one block that we're dead now. How could I have known that? Like I made a decision, you know, however many turns ago. I was not really expecting our opponent to be able to deal with our one like our tiny flyer there. And they just got this. Hmm. So they make this can't block. Are we dead? They make that. They attack with those, and then I guess if we block this, this goes away. But then they still have this. Ah, man. I need like Hunt the Week to get rid of this. Yeah, I'm just like losing this game if I do this, but I don't know what else to do. This is 3 to crew, so they just crew like this. They block here, and they block here and here, and then block there, and then... Yeah, I'm dead. Give them an opportunity to mess up. Yeah, oh well. Like here and there and... Sure. Alright. That was just our first loss though. Like we just went 4-1. So plenty of games to play. Yeah, it's a shame that we didn't pick up any of the 4-2 on that fabricates. That would be like... That'd be a card that I don't know. It's not as good, but like would have helped us in that specific situation. But yeah, I also that's just the weakness of Selesnya in this set. It's not a lot of access to flyers, right? And it's great. Hand doesn't. I guess we have plenty of creatures to draw in our deck. It doesn't have the big guys in the hand, but we have plenty in our deck, so should be able to draw plenty of them. Our opponent just mulligan to 5. I didn't see how many times they mulliganed. They did. Alright, second of the Druid Cowl is... second Druid of the Cowl is not what the Doctor ordered, but it's fine. We'll draw something eventually. This is fine because we can just discard this forest if they activate this. But I don't really think they're going to do that this turn, right? Seems like a bad play. They're really doing it. Okay. You've gotten rid of my forest. There we go. There's our dude. Do I... This is return artifact. Up to 1 and 1. So, like, they can get this back by sacking this, but, like, that's whatever, right? You just, like, make me discard this, like, Fairgrounds Warden or something. Yeah, I'm gonna attack first. And just make this, 4/4? Yeah, let's make it a 4/4. I guess them it might not be great because they could have removal, but I want to have a bigger guy to attack with. Pacification Array. Sag. I actually think I'm gonna Fairgrounds Warden here, because if they choose to sack this, then I get to attack. That's a pretty good trade for me, right? If they sack this, and they get back their implement. Yeah, that's totally good for me. So I'm gonna go to combat. They're gonna tap down my Outrider, and then I'm gonna attack like this. Play the Eddie Trailhawk, and me playing this, like these guys, you know, makes this so much worse because if they use this, it's half their mana, and I'm still attacking them down. Like if they go, ooh. I think I'm just playing out my hand, right? Just, bam, bam. Target this, but decline. And we have lethal. We have lethal next turn. I guess not with pacification, right? Obviously, but nice implement. Nice implement of Malice. Alright, we'll just tap that down, go to combat, and decline this. And we'll play this anyways because they would make us discard it. Yeah, so like now they're forced to like use this pacification right every single turn. And we are free to do whatever we want. Defiant Salvager can sack this. Yeah, alright, not bad. But they still can't use that mana. Well, let's go to combat. We're gonna tap that down. I think I'm just attacking like this in the air. Like this. And just saying go. And yeah. Flyer. Ooh, that was amazing. Target that. Again, let me go to combat. You got it. Oh yeah, I guess if I do this, then I'm definitely... Oh shoot. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Okay. It didn't end up mattering, but if they didn't die there and they blocked my dude, it would have been not great, but nope, it's all good. And we are in platinum. Not diamond, platinum. Nice. All the way to flat. Hype, hype, hype. Now our queue is going to be really long. Alright, not that bad. Alright, this hand is not great, but it's good. It's good. Play our Seed Sculptor as a 2/3. And we just need to draw one more land, and then our hand's pretty good. Alright, there we go. Let's go attacking. Just a bluff. Alright, our opponent called their bluff. Oh, they did not call their bluff. Alright. Okay, they're thinking about their fabricates. I think I'm down to hunt the weak here. Just counteract their play. And let's get in the air. This is the mirror? It's the mirror. Just realized that. I'm very okay with this. Play a Pima Outrider here and just play it as a 4/4. I think we're going to be wanting to attack with it. And don't really care about the 1/1 body, right? So that's an oof. Actually that's okay, right? Because we hunt the weak. I'm gonna play the Pima Outrider here, and again play it as a 4/4. Odds that they have another one of those is unlikely. And even if they do, we hunt the weak and get it back. I would just rather put the counter on the Pima Outrider and not our Seed Sculptor that is had its privileges revoked. Okay, this seems sketch. I mean, I'm gonna do it, right? I guess. Oh, they could have the dude with Revolt. What happens if they have the 5/5 with Revolt? I think I'd rather just get my dude though, right? What do they have here? Sure. Like, I get my dude back, and I get a servo. And now I play these as blockers. You can play this, get rid of the servo, and play a druid. Like, now you're just... like, card, you dealt a lot of damage, opponent. But not enough. Not enough damage. Alright. Wow. I mean, if we didn't get 7 wins with this deck, I was gonna be a little disappointed. But I think we're gonna get there. We have we gotta win one of the next 3 games. Yeah, one of the next 3 games. Alright, this is a mulligan. It's an easy mulligan, unfortunately. Alright, I'll keep this, get rid of Lifecraft Cavalry. Ooh. The array is annoying, but we're gonna play Rhino and then play Rishkar. It's fine. Alright, Rhino. 2/3. And they can use this aggressively, but that seems like a bad plan to me. Okay, it's fine. Play Rishkar. Counter, counter. And I think I'm getting in, right? They can't block it profitably. Oh, never mind, they can. It's fine. Forest here. Yeah, that is a little... I didn't do math there. I might have punted it there a little bit. Ooh. I'm gonna attack here. If they block, I'm gonna be very happy. Alright, I think then I am just gonna do this. Hunt the weak. They have... I was about to be like, if they have built to smash, I'd be sad, but they do not. Sure. It's fine. I think I'm good to just attack. And now I think I'm just playing my Lifecraft Cavalry as a 4/4. I need 2 attackers because I have this pacification array. This is going to be a very interactive game, right? It's been a lot of back and forth. Yeah. Okay. So gonna exile an artifact, right? So let me do this first. Let me go to attacks, and then yeah, they're gonna do that and tap my dude down. That's fine. I'll just stop to arrest it. Because I think I'm winning this game. I'm winning this race without the pacification array on the battlefield. That is annoying. Alright, I think I'm just playing this and having these fights. And I'm not attacking here. Alright, what do they have? Sad. Alright, but if I top deck like Pima Outrider here, something like it. Okay. Sad. Oh, this can still tap for mana. Oh, this is the card you're thinking of. Ricky was thinking of. Bomat Bizarre Barrage. All right, this is fine. This can block that and can theoretically, man. Oh my god, that's brutal. Are we dead? Yeah, we're dead. Like, we have to block this because it's a 5/5, and then I think we're dead regardless. Oh! Okay. Alright, well, their deck was insane. That's okay. We just need to win the next game, right? We got 2 losses. Sorry, yeah, we have to win the next... Yeah. I was wrong before when I said we have to win the next 3. We have to win the next one of the next 2. So this is it. This is for 7 wins or no 7 wins. Alright, this hand is fine, right? We don't have a 2-drop, but we got Rishkar, we got Hunt the Week. Drawing a 2-drop? No. Okay, actually, that's actually better. Or that's still good, in my opinion. Yeah, we'll play Rhino here. Okay, that means no Harness Lightning, by the way, that there was no pause. It could still Welding Sparks here. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna play Druid here because getting the 2 counters with Rishkar I think is going to be important. Sure. It's fine. Card's not great in my opinion. Menace, Improvise. Okay, so that's fine. We can Hunt the Week. And this is going to be a 3/5. 3 damage on it. Or make Rishkar bigger. I think I would rather get rid of this, right? And have this be a 3/5. So, yeah. And we'll just attack with Rishkar. Not offer up any trades here. And the Atrial Hawk will be nice. And now we can attack with the Lifecraft Cavalry. And we also have 4 energy. What do we have? Oh, from Thriving Rhino. That's nice. Yowza. Ooh. Alright, I think we are attacking with both. And hoping that they block the Rishkar. If they double block Rishkar, we get rid of 1 of the Drakes. And we get a 6/6. Salivating Gremlin, okay. That seems like a mistake. Actually, funny enough here, we can attack all here, give this flying, and like they block this thinking like, ah, we got him, and like they could like, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Really? They're triple blocking? Yeah, I'm gonna block the Drake because it has flying. And I'll play the Hawk. And like now they're like very dead. This is should be an easy last game. Ooh, Whirler Virtuoso. Actually, wait, that's fine. because this is trample. Oh my god. We get Hunt the Week? The question is, do I attack here? I attack and I get rid of these two, or I get rid of this, a servo, and this? I think I do. I think I have to get rid of the Whirler, because Whirler plus Consulate Turret is going to beat me in the long game. Oh shoot, this is gonna die now because Whirler Virtuoso puts an artifact into play. Yeah, I didn't think about that. That was a mistake. Now I'm dead, right? Yeah, now I'm wishing I ran 16 lands instead of 17 lands. We're just flooding. We're just flooding now. Yeah, alright. Good game. Yeah, now I don't think there's anything we draw here that gets us out of this. Unfortunate. Like, they make a servo. They should have waited on that, in my opinion. Oh no, they just untap, get an energy. Yeah, that works too. They get a servo, and this is 5 in the air that we can't block. I'll wait for them to do it, obviously, but yeah, they got us here. We just flooded at the end. I don't even think that if we didn't attack with the Lifecraft Cavalry there, like look at their draws, like we weren't winning that. Unfortunate, but still 6 wins, and this was a free draft, so it's fine. Still 6 wins, a great deck. Like, this was free, and we got 1,800 gems and 5 packs, and yay. So yeah, great, literally a fantastic deck. Yeah, the only thing I would have done differently, yeah, is I think maybe have some, late game plan or some flyers. That was clearly, as we saw, the big weakness. Yeah, unfortunate. Because yeah, as you saw, like once our Eddie Trailhawks died, if our opponent had flyers or our opponent had some late game strategy, we struggled to close out the game. Or unless we had this like big Lifecraft Cavalry and they didn't have a way to deal with it. So definitely a powerful deck. Again, like Druid of the Cowl, Pima Outrider is a definitely a curve or a core set of cards that you should look to have in your deck. But if you're doing your draft, I would recommend finding some other plan that is better in the late game, because this is very good in early game, but it definitely struggled late game. All right, that is going to do it for this draft and for this video. If you're watching live on Twitch, thank you so much. Please consider leaving a follow. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to leave a like and subscribe and comment what kind of content you want to see me do. You want to see draft? Do you want to see constructed? EDH, maybe? And yeah. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you for the next video.